fan. Oh Lord, I think I love her. I think I love her. And she bad, and she bad, and she bad, and she bad.
Hi my beautiful medallions, it's your girl Misha Sahara. I've never done a drugstore tutorial on my channel. I'm so bougie. I admit it. I plead the fifth. I'm bougie. Before getting hired at Sephora, I actually was a drugstore kind of girl because I was broke. Actually, back then when I used drugstore products, I didn't even wear makeup that much. I wasn't even into makeup. I wasn't a makeup artist. Nothing. Barely even watch YouTube tutorials. I posted this picture on my Instagram story of a bunch of new products that I read up on or bought for the first time. Since you clicked on this video, I know that you're interested in drugstore makeup or drugstore in general. Or maybe you're just being nosy. Maybe you just want to see what I'm doing. I need you guys to write down below your favorite drugstore product. Right now, you can pause before we continue and tell me your favorite drugstore product. One product, like it can be skincare, makeup, hair care, anything. I really want to know. So if you have a hidden gem, please drop it down below because I just want to know what's your favorite. Let's converse. But let's get to the video. I filmed this halfway through already. Later on found out that none of it was saved. Nothing was really going right. So I'm glad I can just restart this. That's in the past. None of the drugstore products I have, none of them have a mirror. That would make it more affordable if you don't have a mirror. I'm just going to use this because this is going to be my go-to handheld mirror. I don't have a primer because I kind of forgot about that. That's something I needed to re-up on at the drugstore. I used to use the baby skin primer from Maybelline, which was okay. I actually did like that for filling pores, so my skin is a little wonky today anyway, so I just prepped it really well, and I'm just gonna get straight into the foundation. Maybelline SuperStay foundation. Everyone's talking about it. Now I use one pump, my Real Technique sponge. One of my favorite sponges, especially from the drugstore. I feel like this might work for me because sometimes the peachy undertones color correct really well. I'm more yellow olive, but it's okay. 3.5 pumps all over my face. And I had a scar there, which it covered really well. The Maybelline Fit Me powder, which I've been using lately, and I like it. It's a really good setting powder from the drugstore. This is the shade 30 Medium Deep. And I just press it all on the skin. Now this is a matte foundation, and I'm not really into matte, but this powder sets really nicely. Pretty good. It's okay. I'm not in love with it, but I would definitely use that foundation in other ways. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to use it alone. It doesn't feel heavy at all for the coverage that it's giving, so A+ so far. I don't like first impressions, so don't take my word. Just know that it's working out okay so far in this video. So this is my concealing routine. I'll list it down below. It's just something I won't compromise. And I have used the Maybelline Fit Me concealer before, which was alright back in the day. And you know, people love the age rewind. There are plenty of drugstore concealers to try, but I'm satisfied. I didn't feel like I needed to buy that for this video. You know, that's just not real. I want to be real with y'all. The concealers I use do work well over powder. So if you're wondering, she put powder on and now she's putting cream on top of it. Yes, because my concealers are that good. They can work in any weather. And I have another powder from the drugstore that I discovered today. I actually feel like I love this already. This is the Luxe Pro powder from J-Cat Beauty. I thought it was benign. That's why I stopped and saw it. I was like, oh, benign banana powder. This size is normally like $20. This was $7.99, which is a great price for baking powder. And I did like the finish of it. I didn't have any issues with it. Well, I'm not really baking. I'm just gonna set I'm going to use this Nika K pencil from the beauty supply store. I've been using this quite often. It reminds me of the Anastasia pencil, the one that you don't retract, the one that you sharpen. I've been loving it, so I'm gonna use this just to fill. My brows are pretty dark because my hair is dyed right now. I found a brow gel which was nice for Wet n Wild. I actually like this, but it was too gray. They only had a really dark color and this blonde color, so I might go back and get the dark one because I did like it as a gel. But I'm just gonna fill in with this pencil. So I filled in the other one quickly. You can see that it's a nice medium brown, but my hair is not, they're not conversating right now. And then I added my concealer above my brow. They're just a little bit unruly right now, so I let that sit a little bit, and I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger. I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place palettes because I'm not even gonna hold you. Eyeshadow palettes at the drugstore are just, they've never popped out at me. I know there are a bunch that are popular that will work, that people do use, like from Wet n Wild, or Maybelline has some. You know, there's quite a few brands that have come out with nice little palettes here and there, but I'm not into those little travel size drugstore palettes. I like good quality eyeshadow that's affordable, and that would be Juvia's Place. This one is a classic, and I would recommend for those of you who like warmer neutral colors. You got your nice dark deep brown, and you got all these warm satin metallic shades. You have highlight and crease colors. This one in particular is one of my favorites because of how unique it is. Not only because it's called the Saharan palette, because you know I'm Misha Sahara. When brands put a dark black in their palette, it's so useful. As an artist, you can always dip into a black in some way, somehow, if you want to make things more dramatic. I love the pops of color in here. The classic gold, this shift blue brown color is really popular, really pretty, and then the crease color is nice too. So mainly going to be using this and a little bit of her. The look I'm going to do that I have in mind, it's very easy to obtain. I'm going to take the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black Bean, I think. Yep. And I'm just going to use it on the outer corner and inner corner of my eye. You only need very little of this. This is going to be more of a rounded halo look. Then I'm just going to look up, and it'll tell me how far I need to go with drawing this across. So boom. There you go. That's all you need. I'm going to use my affordable brushes here, some of which I purchased today, but brands that I definitely love and have used before. This brush is $1. It's so worth it. And I'm going to, it's called the eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to use that brush to soften and straighten out these edges like that. So you just want to make it look nice, pretty much. Then you want to bring this part in as well. It's going to make it look a little gray, but that's okay for right now. You just want to make sure it's packed onto the skin. It's rounded, but it's also flat and fluffy, so you have everything you need for any eye look. It just comes in handy when you have this kind of brush. You hear a lot of beeping. It's rush hour. Yeah, it's rush hour. I'm going to go into the Saharan palette and take Cat's Tina. It's a really good transition color. It's very soft. It almost blends right into my skin tone so that there's a little hint of color. And it's not just my skin into the grayish black color. The Eco Tools brushes are really good because they don't take any of your product. Whether it's face brushes, eye brushes, puts it where you need it, blends it out completely, and you don't lose any of your product. It's really good. Then with that same brush we just used, I actually have two of them because they're $1. Why not? I'm gonna go into this dark black shade called Chad, and we're just gonna go over it again in those same outer corner, inner corner areas. I'm placing the product because it's at the very tip of the brush, but I'm also softly smoking it inwards into the center of the lid on both sides. The pigment is going to do all the work for you. The brush is going to do all the work for you. You just have to put it in the right place. Feel free to go back in with the other brush to give it a blend. Another Eco's brush. This one came in a kit and it's called the blurring brush. It's very big, but it's the perfect size for me to place color right in the center. It's the Wodabi, which is the very bright yellow gold. And we're just gonna place that right down the center. Look how pigmented. Like, you cannot tell me any drugstore brand that comes off this pigmented dry. Maybe they're out there, but I mean, this is just the first layer. I can keep building this, so let me know. Oh my god. Up top, you want to just hit that edge all the way. Like, you want it to be almost not there in the middle. Just gonna take Chad one more time and go back, blend those edges with the black shadow. Boom, that's beautiful. Wow. Here's where I take the other palette for a spin. Okay, this is a little bit too yellow for me. I mean, I love the yellow and the black. It's beautiful, actually, but not for today, not for this look, not for what I'm wearing. It's not even like I'm going anywhere. Who cares? I'm gonna take this shade, which has no name. Their first palette didn't have names, so it's just the far right shade on the second row. Pack that all over the first shade, Wodabi. A little bit more antique gold. I'm a huge fan of doing eyeshadow looks that complement my hair because it just makes you look better altogether. It's the best thing to keep in mind when you're doing any eye look. Just keep in mind that your hair should complement your eye look if you're gonna take it there, you know? One more time. Because I don't want it to look, I don't want the black to look green. That's why I keep going back in. Because when you start blending gold over black, it makes this greenish color. And then whatever's left on that brush, I'm going to bring it in the inner and outer corner on the bottom as well. This is going to enhance that rounded shape that we're creating. I have this tiny brush with no name. Okay, I want to take the same shades we have on the center of the lid. Boom, 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 boom. I got the Black Radiance Contour kits. I have the cream kits, medium to dark, which is this beautiful arrangement of cream contour colors, and the light to medium. Then I also got the powder kit, which I was not happy with. This highlight, I tried it. These powders seemed like they would work better, but this highlight did nothing. I used it with 2 different brushes and my hands. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this or not, but I'm gonna use the cream contour for sure, and I think I'm gonna use the medium to dark kit. I'm gonna take this Eco Tools brush, which also came in a kit, which is a really nice angled sculpting brush. It's called the Angle Foundation brush, but I'm gonna take the color Sculpt and Contour. It's definitely drugstore. Like, you gotta work with it. Sometimes things from the drugstore you love, but you gotta work with it. I feel like this is one of those things. I'm just gonna put some on the nose. This is a really good brush for around the nose too. Let me know if you use this brand and this palette. I've always wanted to try more Black Radiance products. ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the color Wisp, which is really popular. This is a $6 creamy powder highlight, and I'm gonna use it like a luminizer. I want my skin to look a little more glowy because I'm on the dry side today. They sell it at Sephora now, so don't think that Sephora just got all expensive stuff, because they got ColourPop. Now I want to actually use a lipstick as a blush because I'm really into using my lipsticks as cream blushes. Wayne Goss reminded me that you could do this, and I'm like, wow. Lipsticks are the one product that I have most of in my collection, like way too many. I'm a lipstick junkie, so it's a good way to make use of it. And this is gonna give me a little bit of color. This is from Maybelline Craving Coral. Used to be a classic. Some other shades from this launch, like one of them is the Touch of Spice, really popular. Just a little bit. So if you have lipsticks and you don't wear them often because they're too bold, try it as a blush. Now that's all on our cheeks, so I want to go right into highlighting. So I'm going to use the Master Chrome. Very popular, but I've used it before because my friend has it. And this is the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush. I love this brush for cheek products and highlights. I know this highlight can get really intense. A nice healthy glow, you know? Nothing crazy. For mascara, I had to support my girl, Shayla. 3 different colors of this mascara that was already on the market, the Big Shot. She also had an eyeshadow palette with Maybelline. And I saw the eyeshadow palette, but I decided not to get it and I wanted to get the mascara instead. Maybelline is like probably the best brand that I can trust for drugstore mascaras, because since I was young, I used to have every single Maybelline mascara. Everything that released, I had it. So I'm trying this for the first time. I'm excited. It feels good so far. It gets all the way into the root of the lash. I love that. It's not clumpy. It's giving me length. Yes. Wow. I'm gonna go in with another coat. Okay, Shayla. So I went ahead and added a strip lash to this side. It's harder to do lashes when you're looking into the mirror like this. You want to be able to look down so you have room to place it and move it. I use my favorite lash glue. You can use whatever lash glue you have if you're into putting on lashes. These are the lashes from Kiss. I actually love Ardell lashes from the drugstore. There's quite a few other like no-name brand lashes that work as well. But I go back and forth between Kiss and Ardell, and this is a great value pack that I found, which was $11.99 or something like that. They also had packs of 2 sets of lashes for about $5.99. So for 2 lashes, $6, 4 lashes, $12. Not bad at all. But what it did do is add a little bit more length, especially on the outer corner, which is why I like this style. It is the blowout lash, by the way, and the style is called Page Boy. I actually had another mascara that I recently got and I wanted to try. The Total Temptation mascara from Maybelline also. So I originally was going to use this. Oh, that looks good. It's matching my upper lashes. It smells really good. Something in this smells really good. Yeah, I really like that mascara too. Okay, so I got 2 new drugstore mascaras to be using in my videos, okay? I have a really exciting lip combination that I have never used. Lip liner from LA Girl. This was the most inexpensive lip liner I could find at the drugstore that I was at. I do normally love NYX lip pencils, but they were a little bit pricey and I just needed a nice good natural color. e.l.f. has, I don't know if this is new or not, but it looked new to me, lip plumping gloss in the shade Champagne Glam. So I'm gonna put that on top of this liquid lipsticks from NYX. This is the shade Ruffle Trim. Sounds pretty cute. I got this for a steal, y'all, from Ricky's. It was like a random weird deal. Maybe this was a holiday set they had on sale or something, because the original price is $15. Then it went to $11.25. Then $7.50. So for those of you who may use this and know, NYX lingerie liquid lipsticks are like $7.50 on their own. So for me to get 3 for the price of 1, that's a great deal, right? It dries really quick. So I'm gonna go right in with the gloss. I'm excited. Ooh, that smells like cookies. It's already tingling, by the way. It tingled immediately. The lingerie NYX liquid lipstick is so matte that it didn't transfer on the gloss, and literally I only used like 2 dabs. Like I just put it on like that, and look how shiny it actually plumps like it says it's gonna do. I thought it would be too shimmery, but it's actually perfect. I'm just so excited. So this is the look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun. Yeah, I am feeling myself. Because they're just a little bit unruly. Wow, was I not filming this whole time? Man, unruly. Oh, ooh. Trust me, it's so used. Ooh. You just gotta listen. Just play along. Yeah. Bugger. Are we looking good? Are we looking good?
And she bad, 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 and she bad.